Shout out to J&J.
So I just want to send a shout out to J&J Sports for having me once again.
This is, episodes, man. You guys got a real good thing going on.
Well, up next, we've got the top 5 NFL sack leaders for the 2024 regular season. And the Cincinnati Bengals have the number 1 sacker. It's Trey Hendrickson, 17.5. Cleveland Browns, they got Myles Garrett with 14. Denver Broncos, Nick Bonitto, 13.5. Baltimore Ravens, Kyle Van Noy, 12.5. And then finally, the Houston Texans, Danielle Hunter, with 12. Mm-hmm. So, Hendrickson, 33 tackles and 2 forced fumbles. And the Bengals almost made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Is this in part because of Hendrickson's excellent numbers?
Yeah. They gave Patrick Mahomes a hard time in that game. They were right there, James. But the refs had made that call. But they were right there. They was in the lead, and if they would have got the ball back, it would have been a game.
Yeah, and this is, a guy who's now just starting to make a name for himself.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious as to see how he's going to play the next few years for the Bengals.
Yeah.
And then up next, we had Myles Garrett, 40 tackles and 3 forced fumbles. Mm-hmm. And I noticed that the first 2 teams on the first 2 players on this list are from teams that had missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
Cincinnati was close. Cleveland wasn't close.
Yeah, they went. Yeah.
Will Myles Garrett retire as a Cleveland Brown?
That's a tough one. I guess it just depends on how they're playing with these 2 years, because he might be like, man, we're not really getting nowhere. I want to be on the winning team.
Yeah, I know he's come out and said that he wants to be on a Super Bowl team.
Exactly.
So I'm just kind of curious as to where he's going to end up. Like if he stays in the AFC or maybe he goes to the NFC. What if Detroit picks him up? I mean, they pair him with Aiden Hutchinson, and that would be
something. Yeah, I can see that.
And then, so we had Bonitto with 33 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, and 1 interception. So he's number 3 on the list, and this is the first playoff team. Do you think Bonitto's 13.5 sacks helps Denver get to the playoffs?
Yeah, definitely. Him on top of Sean Payton coaching. Yeah.
And he's the only player on this list with an interception. Do you think, like, just the position of lineman, does that limit their ability to make the interceptions?
Kind of, because it's like you gotta look out for the running back, you gotta look out for the quarterback. So it's kind of tricky. I think that's one of the hardest positions, because you gotta really. It's every once in a lifetime the quarterback will probably throw midway and you can block it and catch it or something like that.
Get it on like a deflection.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And what's interesting too with Bonitto, he's only 25 and he's the youngest player on this list.
Wow.
Do you think he's got a pretty promising future?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. That's no question.
And Denver in general, I mean, I think people thought that, or they knew Denver was going to have success with Sean Payton, but I don't know if they expected them to go as far as they did.
They did,
play into the
especially
playoffs.
Playing against the Chiefs, and which I kind of feel like the Chiefs kind of let that happen, but at the same time, that was a good game.
I'm kind of wondering, is that going to be the big rivalry now in the AFC West?
Yeah, probably.
It used to be, I know, like the Raiders and the Chiefs used to go at it real hard, but maybe now it's the Chiefs and the Broncos.
Yeah, that was personal. That's what I feel like.
And we've got Kyle Van Noy with 25 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, and this is a player on the list with 2 Super Bowl rings that he won with the Patriots. Do you think this makes him the most accomplished here?
Yeah, because he already has that experience. Pretty much veteran at a game. Yeah.
He's also the oldest player on the list at 33 years old.
I would think so. So he played with Tom Brady. Yeah. Okay.
How much value did his experience enhance the Baltimore team?
A lot, because like I said, he's seen real deal quarterbacks, Peyton Manning, guys like that, really play and read their movements and read this and that. So yeah.
And Van Noy, I mean, he was also coached up and trained by Bill Belichick, one of the best defensive minds in football that ever existed. So. And then finally, we've got Danielle Hunter with 31 tackles and 1 forced fumble. Okay. So D'Amico brought him along from San Francisco.
Yeah.
Do you think that was a good move for the head coach?
Of course. I mean, and shout out to D'Amico, man. He really, they were right there too. He really boosted up that defensive side for Houston. Yeah.
Yeah, he's now actually filling in the spot where future Hall of Fame defensive end J.J. Watt used to play.
Yeah.
Do you think those are big shoes to fill?
Yeah. But I know he got it, though. I know he got it. Like I said, shout out to him for just making his team work, because I already know how San Francisco, how they did him. And, he made it back work. So.
Yeah. Y'all, please let us know about what you think about that. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know who your favorite pass rusher is.
Yes, sir.
And then up next,